Today we're diving into a topic that's crucial if you are building a website with WordPress: Core Web Vitals. If you've recently checked your site's performance and found out that you failed the Core Web Vitals assessment, don't panic. We're here to break it down and show you exactly how to turn things around. First things first, let's talk about why you should even care about Core Web Vitals. These aren't just some arbitrary numbers. They actually have a real impact on your site's success. For starters, Google uses Core Web Vitals as a ranking factor. That means if your site is performing well in these metrics, you've got a better chance of ranking higher in search results. And we all know that higher rankings mean more visibility, more traffic, and potentially more sales. But it's not just about pleasing the Google gods. Core Web Vitals are all about user experience. When your site loads quickly, responds promptly to user interactions, and doesn't have elements jumping around the page, your visitors are going to have a much better time. Happy visitors are more likely to stick around, engage with your content, and convert into customers. And here's a bonus that not everyone thinks about. Optimizing for Core Web Vitals can actually save you money. If you are using cloud hosting or any service that charges based on resource usage, a well-optimized site often consumes fewer server resources. It's a win-win. Better performance and a happier wallet. Now that we know why Core Web Vitals are important, let's talk about how to check them. The easiest way is to use Google PageSpeed Insights. Just pop in your URL and you'll get a detailed report. When you're looking at your results, pay close attention to the three key metrics. Largest contentful paint, or LCP. This measures how long it takes for the main content of your page to load. Interaction to next paint, or INP. This looks at how quickly your site responds to user interactions. Cumulative layout shift, or CLS. This measures how much your page elements move around as your page loads. Here's the crucial part. If any one of these metrics fails, your entire Core Web Vitals assessment fails. It's an all or nothing deal, so we need to make sure all three are in the green. All right, let's roll up our sleeves and get into the nitty-gritty of fixing these issues. LCP is all about speed, specifically how quickly the largest content element on your page becomes visible. Google wants to see this happen in 2.5 seconds or less. If your LCP is too slow, there are several things you can do. First, take a look at your hosting. If you're on a cheap shared hosting plan, it might be time for an upgrade. A faster server can make a world of a difference. Next, optimize your images. Large, uncompressed images are often the culprit behind slow LCP times. Use a tool like Imagify to compress your images without losing quality. You should also minify your CSS and JavaScript. This means removing unnecessary characters from your code without changing its functionality. It makes your files smaller and faster to load. Finally, implement caching. This creates a static version of your pages, so your server doesn't have to generate them from scratch every time someone visits. INP is about responsiveness, how quickly your site reacts when the user interacts with it. Google's looking for an INP of less than 200 milliseconds. To improve INP, start by reducing the amount of JavaScript on your page. JavaScript is powerful, but too much of it can slow things down. Look for unnecessary scripts and remove them. Minimize third-party scripts too. Things like social media widgets, ads, and analytics tools can impact your INP. Only use what you really need. Also, optimize your main thread tasks. This is a bit technical, but essentially, you want to break up long-running tasks into smaller chunks to keep your site responsive. CLS measures visual stability, how much stuff moves around on your page as it loads. You're aiming for a score of 0.1 or less here. One of the biggest culprits for poor CLS is images without specified dimensions. When you don't tell the browser how big an image is going to be, it has to adjust the layout when the image loads. Always specify width and height for your images. Web fonts can cause issues too. If a custom font loads after the rest of your content, it can cause text to shift. Preload your fonts to avoid this. Lastly, be careful with dynamically injected content like ads or pop-ups. These load late and push other content around. Now I know all this can sound a bit overwhelming, especially if you're not super tech savvy, but that's where performance plugins come in. WP Rocket can handle a lot of these optimizations automatically as soon as it's activated. Plus, with a few extra clicks, even more powerful features are available to optimize CSS and JavaScript files, and even more. It is straightforward, and WP Rocket has plenty of resources to help during setup. Once installed and set up, it's like having a performance expert working on your site 24/7. Remember, optimizing your Core Web Vitals isn't a one-and-done deal. It's an ongoing process. Make it a habit to regularly check your site's performance. Every time you make changes to your site, whether it's adding new content or installing a new plugin, run it through PageSpeed Insights to make sure you haven't accidentally tanked your performance. Keep your WordPress core, themes, and plugins updated. Each update often includes performance improvements that can help your core Web Vitals scores. Also consider using a content delivery network, or CDN. This can dramatically speed up your site for visitors around the world by serving your content from servers closer to them. Rocket CDN is designed specifically for this. So there you have it. Comprehensive guide to fixing failed Core Web Vitals on your WordPress site. Remember, better Core Web Vitals means better performance, happier users, more conversions, and potentially higher search rankings, and can be easily improved by installing WP Rocket. Go to wp-rocket.me to learn more. Also, if you found this video helpful, don't forget to like and subscribe for more WordPress tips and tricks. And drop a comment below if you have any questions. We'd love to hear from you.